If you are trying to prime federal government contracts, you must have a CAGE code. You cannot receive an award as a prime government contractor without having a CAGE code. If you want to subcontract, by all means. Otherwise, you won't have your name on the contract. You won't get the funds in your bank account directly deposited. You won't be the one with the prime past performance. Many who receive this email just simply give up, freeze, or wait too long to respond. Not anymore. I'm going to break down exactly what they're looking for. It looks scary, but in reality, they just want 3 simple things. Let's take a look. Legal business name documentation. They want proof that your business is real and active, that you're not a scammer, whether you're an LLC, an S Corp, C Corp, sole proprietor. It doesn't matter the business structure as long as you are legal, you have a tax ID, you are registered in the said state that you established your business. You simply need to provide one of the following. Certificate of good standing. For the great state of Florida, you can easily access this on SunBiz. Your articles of organization. If you use a paid service, typically they provide this as a PDF. When I first established my flagship business, KPC, I received the documents actually printed. It was in 2008 when I incorporated. So I've since scanned them and saved them as a PDF. You can easily provide a screenshot of your active status. You can do so using your computer, your phone, whatever device works best. This suggestion is typically free and the easiest. Just make sure you do one of them. Go to your state's Secretary of State website, enter your business name, locate it, simply take a screenshot and send it as an attachment as either an image or a PDF. 2, your business address. They're going to ask you several questions concerning this because at the end of the day, they want to make sure you are a legit business. They want to know, is your business address correct? Is the apartment number or the suite number? Is the city, the state, is all of that accurate? They want to know what type of location is it? Is it physical or is it virtual? They have a preference for a physical address. It can be a home, it can be an office, it can be you renting from somebody else's home, it could be a trailer. At the end of the day, it has to be a physical place in which you can meet people. If you are using a virtual address, just be aware that that may cause a bit of a delay. Lastly, is the majority of your business conducted there? Just please be honest. Many are running businesses from their home. The majority of businesses in the United States have this many people associated with it. So you simply just share the following in your response. This is a residential home, and the majority of business operations are conducted from this location. Next, point of contact. They want to confirm that you are real. There are many people out there who have done nefarious things with Sam.Gov in the space of government contracting, and they want to ensure all of our safety. Are you the owner? Are you an officer? How are you connected to the business? If you are the owner, simply state you are the owner, and I would also indicate the percentage that you own. Is your email valid and connected to you personally? It's okay to have a Gmail, Outlook, or even a Hotmail address. They just want to make sure it is connected to you. There is a preference for a business domain email, but you don't have to have that. Is this your phone number and does it reach you directly? Using the text verification process, Sam.Gov, they're going to send you messages. It is extremely difficult to update your phone number with Sam.Gov. So you're going to want to make sure you are not using a shared line. It is a number connected directly to you. Now, here's exactly how to reply to this email. Bear in mind, you have 3 days to respond. Often they will include the point of contact's phone number and email. So if you need any type of clarification or you want to confirm that they received everything, simply call and email them. They list the information there because they want you to reach out. Keep the subject line as is and respond with the following, along with your attachments, of course. This is the actual document I would send to them. You'll notice I bolded the 3 items that they asked about. You want to make sure this email is brief and you include all of the attachments. Also, you'll notice I bolded and gave them the opportunity to call and email. I have been in this space since 2007. And yes, sometimes CAGE will follow up with any type of questions, especially for any of you out there using a virtual address. So make sure you include your personal information, your email, as well as your phone number so they can easily reach out to you. Make sure that you include your contact information and the best phone number to reach you so they can easily reach out to you if they need to. That's it. This is the #1 problem that people run into who are looking to prime federal government contracts. And we solved it in less than 10 minutes. So here's what I would like for you to do. Step 1, screenshot, save this video. You're definitely going to need it because don't forget, you have to actually renew your cage code at some point in time. Number 2, don't give up. Number 3, like, subscribe, hit that notification button, comment below. Don't forget, everything is possible. Until next time, you guys, take care.